can the embattled Senate Majority Leader keep his job? Let's start by asking one of the people to whom Harry Reid reached out during his aggressive, some might say desperate mea culpa tour to apologize for his unfortunate Negro dialect remarks. My guest is the National Action Network's Reverend Al Sharpton. Reverend Al, nice to see you. Who joins me along with the best-selling author and columnist Ann Coulter. Happy New Year to both of you. All right, so first of all, to the extent that you can reveal, can you tell us, was he contrite in his conversation?
In my conversation with Senator Reid, he was very contrite, very apologetic to those that were offended, and I think the Negro dialect line was offensive. But I think that it is outrageous to try and compare what he said to what Trent Lott said.
Why?
Trent Lott said that he wished that Strom Thurmond had won, who was running on a segregationist ticket.
A Dixiecrat, 1948.
He had left the Democratic Party because they supported integration and ran to stop blacks from integrating. We are looking at a statement here of a guy saying why a black could become president. You couldn't have more polar opposites than what Trent Lott was talking about and what we're talking about here. So, I mean, I think that this overreach is more insulting than anything I ever heard of.
Okay, before we delve more deeply into the comparison of these two events, back up to the phone conversation.
Well, Michael Steele made the comparison.
I grant it. All right, now you have Senator Reid, the Majority Leader of the United States Senate, on the phone. What does he say? Al, I'm so sorry.
No, he said that his statements were wrong and unfortunate, and that, you know, I've worked with him on legislation down through the years. He talked to me, talked to, I believe he called Julian Bond and others that have worked with him, and that he did not try to make excuses. He dealt forthright with it, and you deal with his statement and his record as you deal with anyone else. I mean, we heard a lot of statements last year, Geraldo, from President Clinton to Joe Biden to others that we had to deal with. So fine. But, and I told him what I felt was offensive about the Negro dialect line, and we went on. He never asked me to release a statement, never asked for support. He just wanted to let me know how he felt about what it
Didn't it strike you, I mean, aside from the racial thing, it was so kind of harshly analytical, as if, you know, African Americans were a commodity, a light-skinned one worth more than a dark-skinned one.
It was a very abrasive kind of way of being pundit-like.
But he didn't say it in a way that he meant to be abrasive. It seemed to me the way the authors described it.
The way I read it is that he was trying to give reasons that he felt. I think he used some very bad terms, but I think the reasons he felt that Mr. Obama would be palpable to a lot of Americans. Reasons that I've heard a lot of commentators say. I've heard people right on this show say, well, Obama can win because he's not an Al Sharpton. This was a more abrasive way of saying that.
I would never say that.
Of course you did.
Yes,
but our next guest would.
I would have preferred Al Sharpton. I'm surprised he had time to talk to you at all, since I thought he would be busy writing his concession speech for next November. But I do want to know, did he ask you to stop using that Negro dialect when you talked to him?
See, now she can say that.
Oh, why?
And that's supposed to be
But you
cute,
said it's fine for him to say it.
No, I didn't. I said I was offended by it. But to act
come on. You cannot keep giving these Democrats a pass. You give them all a pass. They attacked Patterson. They attacked Rangel. Now they're attacking Harold Ford. You know you would not put up with this for 5 seconds if a Republican. And yes, it is outrageous to compare it to what, what's his name, Trent Lott.
So you do agree there's no comparison?
Yeah, because Trent Lott was just saying some dumb cheer at a birthday party.
Said that it would have been a better place if this guy had won.
He's cheering a 100-year-old man,
a 100-year-old man that he talked about. If he had won in 48, it would have been a better place, which would have left us in the back of the bus.
He did not say that. He said he was running for president. It would have been a great country. Happy birthday.
May I intercede, you two? But isn't it a fact, though, Reverend Al, that Democrats do get a lot more slack than Republicans when it comes to racially insensitive or inappropriate.
If Democrats say things that are not, I mean, you can't compare saying you wish a segregationist
no, that's different.
had won.
That's a different point.
Well, then tell me what's slack.
Well, look, but
we
Trent
went
Lott
after
didn't
Trent Lott.
resign.
Who else did we go after?
You went after Mitt Romney for being a Mormon, I might add, and for the racism of the Mormon Church.
I also went out to,
and Senator Reid is a Mormon.
I might add, Senator Reid is a Mormon,
that.
and I went out and met with the Mormon Church about that.
No, you
and did
can't keep doing this.
Absolutely.
You are
absolutely.
just, you guys are just like the feminists
all
using
you have to do,
the charge of racism against your ideological enemies.
Other than Mr. Trent Lott.
Yes.
Who you admitted said some outrageous.
No, I did
not.
I
after?
said he made some silly toast.
I admit
who did we go after?
It was outrageous.
And by the way, he did resign.
Who did we go after?
There's no one to go after because Republicans would never say anything that like Biden did. How did Reid not end up being vice president, by the way? At least didn't call
well, then how do you say that we give them more slack when you can't tell us who we didn't, who did we go after in the Republican Party?
You haven't gone after Reid, you haven't gone after Biden, you haven't gone after...
What Republican did we go after?
Well, because Republicans don't say things like that, but you go around and Reid himself
attacks they just say that we wish the Dixiecrats had been the president.
Like slavery?
We just wish the Dixiecrat would have been the president.
Do you think Reid?
He just said Strom Thurmond, who was
because it happened to be his 100th birthday.
Reverend, do you think Reid can recover, and will he generate enthusiastic minority support in the November election in Nevada?
I think every time there's an overreach like what the Republicans did today, it will have a tremendous backlash on them. A lot of people, including me, was very concerned about what Reid said until you tried to compare it to what Trent Lott said. Then we're saying, now, wait a minute. One, you're not only belittling us, you're acting like we're stupid. That's an insult to our intelligence to act like that's the same thing. This man was supporting an African-American being president and saying why he would be more palpable to some other people.
And the November senatorial election in Nevada, your prediction?
I think, despite
Reid trails in the polls.
Senator Reid apologizing to all African Americans, light-skinned, medium-skinned, dark-skinned, I still think he will lose.
I want to thank both of you for that very provocative. You want to button that up now? Nothing has changed.
Yes.
Reverend Al Sharpton, Ann Coulter, thank you. 1809. Did I or did I not shave? Because we couldn't squeeze it in last night. The answer is I did shave the beard, but more importantly, what about the iconic 42-year-old mustache? The answer is, of course I didn't shave that. Please, my kids wouldn't recognize me. All right, but enough about my facial hair.